And now, here we go. We're diving into our next series. And as we get into this, massive shout out to Blaker Dudes in the chat for the 100 bits. Gracias, papi, gracias. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. We always do appreciate it as we have our next series and things are already popping off. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have one of the best Protosses in the world, one of the best Protosses in Korea, representing Team Abydos. It is Creator. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, going for the 13-12, we have the Brazilian Zerg player representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Erik. I love it. I love the chat. All right, here we go. Creator does go for a probe scout and he confirms the opener. He sees the timing of the gas, also of the spawning pool. He clicked on the gas and he knows about the opener itself. And now Creator is going to be preparing back at home, going for the full wall off, going for the 2-gate opener. Meanwhile, Erik does pull out of gas as soon as he has 100 here, so he's not going for a Bane bust, he's not going for a Roach follow-up, just going to be making Lings as an opener to go across the map, and we are going to be expanding behind this. And Creator is going to confirm. He comes back in with his probe, sees the hatchery on the way, and he may have even seen the drones pull out of gas as well. As Creator is going to be chronoing out his first Zealot, it is already done. The wall is a wall, and quite a solid wall at that. And Erik at least forced a reaction, but now he has to kind of sleep in the bed that he made here, because we have a 2-gate opener as a result. The Nexus is delayed, and Creator is going to be aggressive here with his initial Adepts and Zealots. Meanwhile, Erik pulled back into gas and he has a Roach one on the way, but the probe rescouts. Ooh, Creator so good here with his scouting. He goes back in. The probe survived the initial Ling somehow. And oh my god. Creator, he sees the follow-up all in. He responds by delaying his Nexus, going for a faster Robo, which makes sense to get into Immortal production. Creator is taking this very seriously. He just lost his probe across the map. He's getting ready for a Roach all-in. But Erik cancels the Roach Warren. He's droning instead. He's chilling. He has plenty of Lings. These 2 Adepts aren't going to do much damage at all across the map. Creator eventually expands, but this Nexus is oh so late. We even have a shield battery on the way again. Creator, he wasn't able to confirm. He still believes an all-in is coming. And we do have speedlings, but just for map control, just to make sure that Adepts are denied. We do see Creator shading on out here, looking to try and get some scouting information, but he can't see much. Meanwhile, there's that Immortal production that we were talking about. I was about to say that if Creator realizes that something is wrong and that the push, the all-in, isn't coming, then maybe he can make a Prism and go for a counterattack instead. But because he's making Immortals, again, he's still being very safe. Giga safe, Bobby. Giga safe. Oh. Let's go. I see the question marks in the chat. And now the turns are going to table. We have a Bay on the way. So Creator is going to be making use of his tech. He's like, okay, I got a Robo. Clearly, no all-in is coming. I got to do something here as the Adepts don't commit to the shade. I have to do something with my army. We have a Bay. We have a Prism. This could go into a Disruptor drop as well. Meanwhile, Erik has been droning back at home. Roach Warren is on the way. Oh. And this counterattack from Creator is going to hit pretty hard. Like, we have a decent amount of Adepts. We have the Immortal as well. We can warp in across the map. We only have 2 gates, so Creator can't really reinforce too heavily, but you know, Creator is looking to recover and deal some counter damage to make his opener worthwhile. Here we go, the Immortal is zooming across the map as we speak. Hallucination goes in, confirms the missing Roach Warren, but also confirms Roach Warren at the natural. Lings come in first round, but the Adepts are saved by the Prism. Creator with the hot pick up there. We do see him trying to find some damage, but the Queens and the Lynx keep up, and they do zone away that Prism, but there is more Prism speed on the way. Second Disruptor. He is going to follow this up with a double Disruptor drop. Then it's going to be on Erik to try and avoid those Novas. You see Creep Tumor taken down in the main base. He does dive on top of one of those Queens. But again, some hot micro there from Creator, keeping everything alive. Will back off. Meanwhile, Erik has been able to drone at least a little bit, but not too much here. The Disruptors are now out, and Creator is going to be rushing back home to unload the Immortal and replace the Immortal with the Disruptors. We even have Colossus on the way. Oh my god. Creator doing everything he can here on two bases. There we go. We drop him off and we pick him up. Disruptors are zooming across the map. This is scouted by Erik. He doesn't know that there are Disruptors inside this, but he does see the Prism moving out on the right-hand side of the map. Going to be looking to reposition his own army. For now, just saturating this third base. Also saw that there was no third yet from Creator. Up! Oh. Nova's going to be going off! Oh, we do have a very quick split, and oh my god! Ugh. Only one drone went down to that was a beautiful split, by the way. That was insane. Erik almost got a kill on the first Disruptor. The second Nova goes off though, getting 3 roaches. Is some nice value. Erik going for a Spire behind this actually. And setting up for a massive assault. Now, this push it should deny this third. I believe in Erik's ability here to take this down, but on top of that, he has to be very careful with these Disruptors. You have to make sure they don't deal too much counter damage and they don't connect too hard with the army. Oh, Erik trickles in a little bit too early. He does reveal his hand. He has to back off. He has to drone. There was an opportunity here for Erik, but Creator is going to push this back. He also has Disruptors. Nova is going to go off. Oh. The Disruptor is saved in the end. Meanwhile, Erik is going for a counterattack, but Creator is going for a pretty big push. Doesn't have a lot of gateway units, but again, there's still a lot of potential here. The Novas go off into the middle line. Oh, once again, only getting one drone. How? How, Papi? The Roaches go for a counterattack. The Zealot is going to go down. Oh, can we power through these Stalkers? We can. Stalkers do go down. We force a recall as well. Erik doesn't want to risk it. He doesn't go into the natural. He does go towards the third base instead. Once more secure damage. Nova goes off. We have a split. Only one Roach going down. Oh, and we actually get into the mineral line. 7, 8, 9, 10 probes. Very nice damage dealt by Erik. But at the same time, his own drone count isn't looking amazing either. We do equalize the worker count here. But this army from Creator is getting larger and larger. We have Blink and +1 on the way. The Colossus and Disruptors have been surviving these onslaughts, these attacks, and that count is also getting higher. Erik now taking his 4th base, working on Corruptors. The Corruptors will help against at least the Colossus and the Prism, but there's only one Colossus. We don't want to overinvest. That's a lot of Corruptors. Oh, I love this. The Corruptors are actually being... they're actually avoiding the scout. They're avoiding the hallucination. We have a Ling Roach on one side. We have the main army coming in on the right-hand side as well. Erik wants to try and distract and pull Creator apart, but Creator is set up defensively. He has split up his army already. This means the main army is going to be that much weaker. Here we go. We're diving on in. Novas are going to be going off. Can we split? Oh, we cannot. The Roaches go down. Looks like the Corruptors get the Colossus and the Prism, but a lot of Roaches fell. Those are some big Novas. Now the Corruptors going to be looking for a little bit more damage. They dip back in, but no, the Stalkers are waiting for them. At the same time, another Nova is going to get a massive connection. And with those connections, it looks like Creator may have just completely shut down this army. Oof. Erik was a little bit distracted looking at his own Corruptors. These Disruptors from the start of the game have just done so much for themselves. 20 kills on one of them. Those are some big kills. Lings and Roaches. Erik has to back off. We do have some caustic spray here, but Is it gonna be enough? Oh my god. The Nexus is barely saved. Erik is getting ready for the second wave, but he's just been losing so many Roches, such expensive losses so far. He needs to somehow catch Creator, somehow get on top of these disruptors. Once again, Erik going for his multi-prong attack. Gonna be threatening on the right-hand side, gonna be dedicating here on the left. Another Nova! No! Much better split this time. He gets on top of the disruptor. One disruptor finally goes down. At the same time, Erik is now focusing on his main push, but there are so many stalkers on top of this ramp. I don't think we can really do too much here. Yeah. Nice hold position micro out of Creator. Very, very strict. Oh my god. Lings are trying to break into the natural, but we have DTs to defend. I say strict. What's the word I'm looking for? Disciplined. That's it. Very disciplined. Creator going to be moving on forward here, focusing down all of these overlords. New overlords going down. Erik backing off, looking to remax. +2 range on the way. And I do think Erik still has a good chance of taking a fight in the middle of the map, like looking to maybe try and surround the army of Creator, but I think Creator is aware of that. I mean, that's why he's being pretty defensive, slowly taking a third, slowly taking fourth. He has recognized that Erik is the aggressor, and Creator just needs to defend, just needs to hold on to his natural, hold on to his fourth, his third. He's slowly taking a fifth base. Fifth is quite exposed though, and yeah, Erik is looking to deny that. There we go. Fifth is cancelled. Do you see the Lings getting a decent amount of stalkers, actually? A surprising amount, but oh, we don't want to overextend. Erik does have to back off. At the same time, he goes for a massive run by into the natural. The wall is not a wall. The gateways are depowered. The Lings are getting on in, and Creator is going for the base trade. So is Erik. We are committing here. We're rushing across the map. Bases are falling left and right. Mineral lines are getting eviscerated here. We're going to have a recall available for Creator if he so chooses. What do we want to go for? We have a Greater Spire on the way, but that is not going to finish. Erik looking to break the third base. He has a kill to the natural. He's getting into the main. We have DTs, but we also have detection. DTs are going to get cleaned up. Meanwhile, the Greater Spire is denied. We have Burrow on the way. Where's that Burrow at? One of the fresh mining bases. Oh, it looks like Erik is running out of steam though. Erik is losing a lot of his army. He has to try and rebuild as best as possible. He's flooding Lings across the map. He's broken the third, broken the main, and now he's laying siege upon the last mining base of Creator, where he has been banking up with cannons and shield batteries. Drones are being evacuated as we speak. Erik does have enough resources for another hatchery. Breaking this oh my god. The forest of cannons cannot be broken. Erik has to settle here for what he has, and oh, this is getting scary. Creator, he's hunting down. No! The drones! Oh, the drones are going to be going down. They get caught out by the main army. We're going to have to cancel top left, and that is a kill, not a cancel. Erik is running out of room. He's running out of time. His main base is under threat. There are no other hatcheries out there. Oh god, look at all these cannons. Not powered by that many pylons, to be fair, as Creator is going to be expanding towards the bottom right hand corner of the map as well. Oh, exactly where Erik is expanding. Okay, at the units tab here, Creator has the stronger army. If the armies face, Creator will win. Erik has to try and avoid that at all costs. But he just can't break this. Oh, or can he? He comes in from behind with the Corruptors. Are we going to see a recall? We are. We do have a recall in the end. Corruptors are going to get cleaned up. Lings are going for their own counterattack. They're going to find another one of these bases. Well, the Stalkers have to be careful here. Stalkers against these... they're only +1 Lings, to be fair. They're not amazing. You have to be careful. We do have the Ravagers coming in once again. Nexus is going down. Recall was already used. Make Creators out of position. Pylons are going down one after the other. Creator is racing back home. He does have enough resources for a Nexus, though. The probes are being evacuated. Even if this Nexus falls, we can make another base. And there is no way out. Creator is going for a mass round of these Ravagers. The Nexus does go down, but so will the Ravagers. GG gets called, and Creator takes game number 1. Ooh, GG. At a certain point, going for the base trade was Erik's one of his only win conditions, especially after taking those Novas to the face. Creator, though, very quick to reciprocate with the base trade, does end up taking it. But things got pretty close towards the end there. Things got pretty close. I have to wonder what would have happened if those Corruptors started caustic spraying down that Nexus a little bit earlier, a little bit sooner. It's possible that maybe Erik could have found a way to win that base trade. Maybe if he had hit that 4th a little bit faster as well. It's hard to say, Creator doing a great job at recognizing the base trade and just throwing down a massive wall of cannons. Oof. Massive wall of cannons. It's a hard thing to break. Hard thing to break. It takes a lot to invest into that, as we're now getting into game number 2. And this morning, in the bottom right hand corner of Gressvan, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Team Abydos, currently leading the series 1-0. It is Creator. This morning, in the top left-hand corner of Gressvan, we have the opponent. We have the Brazilian Zerg player once again going for the 13-12 opener, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Erik. But even though the game did end up in favor of Creator in game 1, I love how Erik started that series. I love that he started with the 13-12. I love that he made the Roach Warren and then canceled it and forced a reaction out of Creator. And Erik was handling the disruptor drops really well. Again, like the splits, the spread from Creator, sorry, from Erik was insane. I was very impressed, very impressed. Unfortunately, despite that, Creator's defensive disruptors were a little bit too good, and they did get too much value over time. Erik had a really hard time breaking Creator. Again, Creator very quickly getting into the role of being the defender that game. And boy, oh boy, did he defend. that was crazy. It's absolutely insane, and yeah, we'll see how things will differ here. This time, Erik is committing more to the Ling Flood. We have 8 Lings on the way coming out from Erik. This will be delaying his hatchery a little bit more. He is going to be going for it eventually here. Does pull out a gas at 100. Crisp pull out, by the way. Oh, you'll love to see it. Beautiful, Bobby. It's beautiful. And it does make sense for Erik to invest a little bit more into this 13-12. Oh, he hides his additional Lings as well. Beautiful. But the wall is a wall across the map. Once again, we have 2 gateways. We have the Cybercore finishing up as well. The Nexus has been delayed. Because it's Gressvan, we do have quite a lot of surface area to work with, and Erik is going to be hoping to try and catch Creator slipping up. Trying to maybe get a surround on this Zealot. The Adept will come out though, and with the arrival of this Adept, Erik is going to have to pull out. The Lings are going to get a surround on that Zealot, but this is going to be a costly trade here for Erik. Ooh. Okay, the Unisols have 5 Lings for 1 Zealot. Not the best trade. Link speed is revealed, as it was a 13-12. But now Creator is going to be looking okay. He actually, oh my god, he delays his Nexus once again. This is confirmed by Erik. Very important scout here. Erik sees the lack of Nexus. He knows that there has to be tech. The Lings, they do get in. And they're going to be able to get a full scout of the main base. They're going to see and confirm the much, much faster Stargate. The faster Oracle. Meanwhile, we have Adepts moving out across the map. Queens are in position. 10 Lings are on the way. These Adepts shouldn't really get too much damage whatsoever. But Erik has to get ready for the follow-up. He has to get ready for that. Ooh, for that Oracle, sorry. As the probe goes down. Up. Neps do shade into the main base. 2 drones going down. 3 drones. Oh, this is a little bit too much damage. 3 drones in total. Gonna be worth it here for the 2 adepts. Meanwhile, that Oracle is zooming across the map. What do we have to defend? We're gonna have 2 queens in the main. We have 2 queens at the natural. No spore. Erik wants to try and defend with only queens, which is possible. It's also, there we go. He does get into position, but you know what? Creator, he doesn't care. He just runs past the queens anyway, straight to that mineral line, gets another 2 workers. At the same time, Lings do flood across the map, but the wall is a wall. Was that not real? Yeah. I was like, why did the Phoenix stop shooting the Overlord? There we go. The Phoenix continuing to hunt down that Overlord is going to go down. Lings once again find a way in. How? Every time they just find a way in. Probe goes down, delaying that 3rd base. We get a full scout. Confirmation that we have continued Oracle production. What does this mean? This means we need spores. We need spores, Bobby. Without them, Creator can ignore your queens and he can just dive in anyway. But no, Erik just wants to defend with his queens for the time being. 3rd base is on the way. Battery is being turned down. Oh, you love to see it. There we go. There are those spores in the natural, in the main. Erik getting ready for the double Oracle harass. Did I say double? I meant to say triple, because we have a 3rd one on the way as well. It's on the way. Erik has to be careful. Playing with fire here. Relatively standard follow-up this time. No early Robo, no early Twilight Council. Just triple Oracle into a 3rd base. Later 3rd, just because of how chaotic this game has been. Ooh, but another drone goes down. Oof. Larva as well. Again, Erik's economy isn't looking the most robust at the moment. As Erik is going to be going into +1 melee here. Ooh, he has a Baneling that's behind this as well. Erik could be looking to go for a Bane bust. That's exactly what he's doing. Lings do rotate around these oracles, but a lot of adepts are going across the map here. The pylon is going to go down. Probes are under threat. The 3rd base is under threat, and Creator turns around. Wow, this Ling run by doing a lot of damage, a lot of inadvertent damage. You do see that spore going ham here. 5 drones go down. Creator doing a lot of counter damage, but you know what? I don't think Erik cares, because Erik is Ling flooding across that. 20 Lings in production. We need some Banelings as well, as the Baneling that just now finishes up. Oh, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. We have a full surround on the Nexus, but the Oracles are back home to defend. Creator will hold on to his 3rd. Without Banelings, I don't know if I really believe in this Ling flood. Oh, we have sentries coming out as well. They're going to have force field energy. We have pylons and shield batteries on the way. Oh boy. Erik is going to look to test the defenses of Creator. Behind this, he is droning, thankfully. But he's behind in the workers. He has to deal damage. Sentry, add to the natural as well. We're going to have force fields all over the place. Force fields and SimCity. Erik is going to be looking to bust on in. We do see Lings distracting at the natural. The Banelings roll on in, and we have the force field. 1 force field is all it takes. Erik forced back. Still droning. Still trying to catch up. Erik, it looks like he wants to rotate over towards the 3rd base. But again, like, this position, the SimCity, it's too good. And it looks like Erik has recognized that he invested so much into all these Lings, and unfortunately the 3rd base is up and running for Creator. His economy is booming. And Erik has to back off instead. Focus on droning. Once again, the Oracles are diving in towards the 3rd base. Picking up that Queen, and oof. Now we get 3 drones for 1 Oracle. Not the best trade for Creator, but those also weren't the first drones that died to these oracles, so they got a lot of value over time. It's still an okay trade overall for Creator. You do see a Zealot drop into the main base as well. Oof, a lot of lost mining time in the main. You see a Baneling run by, but the force fields are just too damn good. Again, with the sentries here, with the SimCity, like, Baneling run by is going to have such a hard time breaking this. And Erik is going Ling Bane Hydra. Okay. Interesting choice. Lings are trying to go for a wraparound, but they don't find their way in. Storm is on the way. Oh, how does Creator know, Papi? He just knows. Storm is going to be beautiful against all things Zerg right now. Lings, Banes, and Hydras. Oh, we do see a force cancel on the 4th. Nice. I mean, at least these Lings are able to pay for themselves in some way. Do get that cancel. Now I'm going to be slowing down the Creator at least a little bit. As we get the Hydrogen, we also have a Spire on the way. Something I wasn't really expecting, but yeah, we do have a Spire as well, so we have access to mutas, I guess, if we want them. Here we go, off of 74 workers. It looks like Erik has hit that sweet spot. He's maxing out, or looking to max out on Ling Bane Hydra. Does spot the army. The scary thing is that, hey, Erik may have, or maybe looking to make a big army. But he's up against Storm. Oh boy, he has so far 2 High Templar in the army of Creator. Not that many Storms. Oh no, never mind. We got 2 towards the north. We got another 2 towards the south. Creator doing a great job at splitting up his army, defending his 4th and his 3rd. And the Creator is gonna try and catch him not looking. Oh boy. Let's see if he can pull it off here. Erik, he scouts with a Ling, confirms the SimCity. We do have a Prism getting ready to go into the main base as well. I believe unscouted by Erik. Oh. As Creator is even looking to go for a bit of a late game, I said mid game harass here with some of these adepts, but they're at least going to be cleaned up. Prism slipping into the main base. Zealots do get dropped in, and Erik is going to have to react. He's going to have to respond. Zealots into the main. Adepts in towards that 3rd. Ugh, drones are going to be falling left and right. Erik, unfortunately, a little bit out of position here. That's so many drones going down. 2 adepts, Papi. That's all you need. 9 drones in total. This is going to be forcing Erik's hand. We do see Creator moving out across map with his main army for the first time this game. Yes, be careful. It's a pretty solid army. Storm is revealed. Banelings are rolling on in from above, from the south as well. Erik, I thought, looking for a surround. A little bit late for the surround, by the way. He's going for it. He doesn't get spotted. And there are those storms. At the same time, it looks like Erik was distracted in the main base. He does fend off that Zealot drop. But we have another surround coming in from Erik. Does he have the numbers, though? The storms. Once again, get the connections that they need. And a lot of Hydras are falling here. An expensive loss for Erik. Trying to rebuild here with Ling Hydra. Now, the plus side as this Zealot runway gets cleaned up. The one good thing about what just happened is that a lot of Storms were utilized, and a lot of High Templar went down, but Creator is quick to rebuild. He warps in another 3 High Templar. Gonna be banking up those Storms. 5th base is on the way. As Erik sets up that spine wall. And things are gonna be settling down. We're going into a longer game at this point. Erik may be forced into lurkers, but as I say, he may be forced into lurkers. We have a Stargate and a Fleet Beacon on the way. Creator is getting ready for Sky Toss. Skytoss is going to be on the way. Once again, we do have that prism going into the main. We do have a run by being set up here towards the south, but this is confirmed by Creator. He always knows, puppy. He always knows. Oh, we have another storm on the Hydras. No. I can't see anymore. I don't want to see the storms anymore. Not like this, Papi. Not like this. The prism finally goes down, but not without finishing off that warp in. And Creator is going to get into the main base. His main army is pushing on forward as well. He's causing a lot of chaos here. The Hydra Den is going to be going down. And as Erik is distracted, in comes Creator. God, look at his army. How many immortals does he have? He has 12 immortals. Actually insane. 12 immortals going to be powering on through. They just annihilate these spine crawlers. They're going to be able to annihilate this hatchery as well. Zealots in the main still not cleaned up. Erik has to make this push work. Oh, good. But it looks like he just doesn't have the larva available. Whoa, where are the queens? The queens were being killed. We only have 2 queens left. I was wondering, we have such a big bank for Erik, but where is his army? And the answer is that there are just no injects. There are no injects. There is no larva. Erik was just unable to make to rebuild his army. And there's still no more queens on the way. Oh boy. There we go. Erik's gonna be rolling on in here. The stasis trap, they catch so many of these lings. The immortal army showing up to help deal with these hydras as well. God, I can't believe how many immortals there are. It's actually crazy. 11 immortals, Papi. With these amount of immortals, these are base killing hit squads. The hatchery goes down in a matter of seconds. We have a recall as well. Erik having a hard time keeping up. We do have a Broodlord transition, but as Erik gets Broodlords, Creator gets carriers. Oh boy. This Broodlord push has a lot of potential, sure. There aren't that many carriers. There are only 4 carriers, so the Hydras can help deal with them. Erik is banking up so much in this. Here we go. The Broodlords do push in. They're going to be able to lay siege upon this base. You see the carriers coming in from behind. Finally, they're revealed for the first time here to Erik. Oh, God. Nice kiting so far, by the way, from Erik. He gets another one of those Archons. Oh. He's going to be able to get another 2 as well. We have more Hydras on the way behind this. We do see the Ling Hydra diving on top of the Immortals and the Archons. Erik is taking a fight on the right-hand side, but these Broodlords have to be very careful. Oh, as one of them is going to get picked off. The Hydras across over. It looks like they are running out of steam as well. They take down the Archon just barely, force in the defensive warp in. And are there enough Hydras? The storm blankets the Hydras. Do we have the anti-air? That's the question. I don't think we do. The Broodlords are cleaning up the ground army, but what about the Skytoss? The mothership goes down, but we have 5 carriers, and they clean up the Broodlords. That was the game-winning move from Erik, going for the Broodlords, and it just wasn't enough. The Skytoss transition was already upon us, and Creator with this counterattack is going to be able to just power on through, and he can just end the game from here. Erik fought back. He fought back quite hard. Quite hard. But it just wasn't enough. GG gets called, and Creator will take the series at 2-0. Whew. GG. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Aye. GG, well played. Again, honestly, it was a really good move to go for those Broodlords the way that he did, but unfortunately, there just wasn't a lot of anti-air to deal with those carriers, even though Erik cleaned up the ground army. Oh, just wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Congratulations to Creator. I mean, Creator, he is the best Protoss in the tournament. So quite a test there for Erik. I'm just like, give Erik Estrella, you know, give him Trigger, give him someone else. You're giving him Creator. Oh my god. ESL. Not holding back, mate. Not holding back. But GG, well played to Erik. Like, he did make a series out of it. He did make a Creator work for it. And again, like, there was so much potential in game one, especially. Like, I loved the way that he, like, forced these reactions out of Creator and how he was dealing with them. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to take the game. But I do think that this is a valuable learning experience for Erik, especially because ESL Masters is still in a couple of weeks. And right now, Erik is in his experimental phase. You know, he's still refining his builds in preparation for ESL Masters. So he's not really looking to, like, go for these insane runs where he can win a weekly. I mean, that would be amazing, but he's working on improving right now. And yeah, I think this is going to be an important series to learn from. GG, well played. Congratulations to Creator as he does advance on in the bracket, and let's find out what the hell's been going on, because we've been engrossed in this series, and yeah, I don't really know what has been going on outside of this. Let's find out together.